pretty cowardly stuff from Conforto there. Like, come on, dude. Like I get the like win at all costs mentality, maybe, but like you gotta take a swing, man. Like, I don't know. It just seems like Bush League.
And the rule stated is that you not only are you supposed to like not try to get hit by a ball, you're supposed to do everything you can to avoid getting hit by the ball.
Yeah.
So like that's on the batter as well.
Yeah. And if it's a strike, it can't be a hit by a pitch.
Exactly. If it's a strike that he didn't swing at, then it's it's a strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating though that because the baseball season is very long. So little, it's like these bad calls that affect games outcomes, or it's like, well, okay, it's one game, we'll get them next time. But down in like August, September, towards the end of the season, those wins can be very important.
Well, yeah, there was a thing online where like Buster Olney was like, man, the NL East is going to be great this season. And it's like, and it's going to be super tight. And it's like, yeah, these mistakes are going to matter then. If you believe that, then like, that these wins are going to be huge and could be the difference between a play-in game or like winning the division.
Yeah. And I mean, just imagine if the Mets have a 1-game lead on the Braves late in the season, it's going to be like, well, we know where that came from.
Right.
And not to mention, this isn't about umpires blowing calls, but the new MLB rule about starting with a runner on second in extra innings that a friend of the pod, Luke Mayu, referred to as the little leagueization of the MLB. That's already screwed the Braves for one loss. You could argue that, and you'd be correct, that the Phillies took one of their games in Philadelphia because of that rule. Now, both teams have, it's not like it favors one team more than the other, but I do think I understand the motive behind it, but the more time goes by, the less I like that extra innings rule.
I think maybe a compromise would be like wait until like the 11th or something to do that, like give them a couple of extra innings of normal play, because I do agree that like the 14, 15, 16 extra inning games can be tedious and can screw teams up, like wear out their bullpens and stuff. But
do it like college football, where you get 2 overtimes of regular and then they force you to go for the 2-point after the second overtime.
Yeah.
Then it's like, we got to wrap this up.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So at that point, it's like, and also like the thing I don't like about it is like, you're going to do it in the regular season, but not in the playoffs. If you're going to do it, you either do it the whole time or you don't do it at all, in my opinion.
Yeah. And also,
agreed.
It's amazing that we've got all these new rules, and yet we don't have the most popular new chain of universal DH.
Right.
They kept all the more controversial stuff and scrapped the one that everybody was on board for.
It's ridiculous. And yeah, just to add on, talking about the Mets, I do have just a personal tidbit that I enjoyed because the Mets and the Yankees, and I live in the tri-state area here, so a lot of Mets and Yankees fans. And I was, they both had kind of a slow start, slower than expected offensively. And especially Mets fans were upset Saturday because Jacob deGrom had another great start and the Mets offense just couldn't put anything together. So it was another blown start where they lost, even though their ace, probably the best pitcher in baseball, pitched a pretty great game. And I was in a bathroom in Hoboken at a bar, and I heard a Mets and Yankees fans were complaining. And I heard a guy, so earmuff it if you don't like bad words here. Or maybe I'll mute, I'll censor myself. But a Mets fan just said, I hope Edwin Diaz gets hit by a fucking car. So I won't censor myself.
I was gonna say that was the worst censor job ever. You just look down. That still came out.
I'm looking through the soundboard. Okay, I'll redo it so we can, so we don't get.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Fix it in post. I hope Edwin Diaz gets hit by a car.
There we go.
Yeah,
there you go. But you know what? It's too late. The cat's out of the bag. I said the F word. Sorry about that. But
also, that's pretty extreme.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you get mad. Dansby Swanson gets mad at Braves fans for throwing trash on the field because their own team got screwed over by officials. And then here's this guy in a bar in Hoboken, New Jersey, hoping one of his own relievers gets hit by a car.